Hi everyone, welcome back to Wolffox, New York. It's July 1998, and this is a free month, intermission. There's no historical events that I think are major enough that we should do anything. So today we're going to be taking a little break and we're going to be focusing on building our major downtown area. You know, we have Dragon City, we have Phoenix City, but we don't have the city of Wolffox quite yet, and I would like to move the city hall at some point. So this is the area I was thinking about taking out. It's gonna cost quite a bit of money, and it's gonna be about 5 tiles, but I think it's gonna be worth it, and it's gonna get us closer to this. I'm not sure if we actually have harbor access, but if we need to add that through, some console commands or whatever we got to do, I'm sure that'll be fine. But we have to buy these 5 or so tiles. I'm thinking is these 5 or so tiles, and that'll take about all of our money, and yeah. So with this downtown area, what I'm thinking is having a main artery in this northern section here. And I think we can, for now, probably just get away with a 4-lane road. So I'm just going to bring this one out here. And it's a little bumpy, but I think for the most part, this area should be okay. And so I I was checking, I got the InfoLoom mod. I got a lot of other mods too, since we last played. And I also got decals. Thank you so much for whoever said that we should just get some more like decorative mods, because I've been playing a lot with those and I really like them. But okay, so this looks pretty good. So this is gonna be our main like artery road, I guess Franklin Street. I also do want to say, if you have any ideas for like road names, if you want to suggest any, district names as always. But I think we might have some more state routes or so that we add in that are just, within our city. So if you got some names, feel free to suggest them. I would love to hear them, because we're going to have a lot of things to name. But anyway, this is going to be our main artery road. We're probably going to have another one that actually comes south here. And I could draw it out if I wanted to. I do like the idea of having roads like right up against borders, so that when we do eventually expand outward, we already have like a I don't know. I don't know what I'm trying to say. It feels like, it's we have like an already natural barrier, but okay, I'm not sure that we're going to be able to do this without raising it up a little bit. And okay, I don't want to focus on this bridge too. Oh, do we just keep it straight? So I checked InfoLoom, and well, we had a lot of homeless people and I cleared them up, and now we have a lot of we have a very significant need for jobs. As you can see, we have no office demand and no industrial demand. So okay, so I'll leave this road as it is for now. This is going to be our Southern Avenue, so if you got a name for that. Brook Street is not super desirable for me, but okay, so these are going to be our 2 main artery roads. And so I mean, we're still making quite a bit of money, and as we go, I think we'll be okay. But we still want to make sure we try to keep the density level that this has. So it starts out scaling down. Okay, this area is like actually really bumpy. So let's actually let's actually take the time to fix this up. And we should just be able to draw this out straight. I'm trying to think. Okay, so something that I have been trying to I've been terrible at doing, even though okay, I have the road builder mod, but please forgive me, I haven't set anything up with it yet, so I haven't actually experimented with it yet. So I'm just gonna use the regular road tools, but I will get a chance to play around with it. Well, I've been terrible at adding green to our our city, like I said I wanted to. So we're gonna make this avenue green, and we'll leave this one blank for now since it's not finished. But let's actually start adding some density here. So I'm thinking that I want to leave this as, I don't actually know what size zoning we use. So let's take a look here. So I guess that's the distance we should do. I'd like to keep it consistent, even if it's not like the most efficient. I guess that was 88. I was just off by what, 1 unit? think I don't want to rebuild this whole road. Okay, we'll just live with that, okay? And I don't, so actually for a few of these I don't want it to just be directly like that. I think for a couple of these it would be better if we set up like a shopping area. So like I think this would be good for that. And then as we go in, we can have our housing density. And we also want to make sure we leave room for hotels. So if we check tourism, we do have a good amount of tourists coming in. And I didn't actually realize, but hotel rooms is now working. We have 20 hotel rooms. So actually we did get a new hotel to come in. So that's good. But I'm disappointed that uh, the Grand Hotel does not provide any hotel rooms. I think it should give me like 400 hotel rooms, but I don't know, maybe that's a little ridiculous. But anyway. Okay, so let's actually start zoning in some of the housing over here. So I think so like we said, since this is right medium density row housing, we're gonna make this over here, we're gonna mirror that, start with medium density row housing. So we should have enough room for 4, and that's correct. So let's make sure we do it right, and it's because we don't want them to fill in incorrectly from the side. It's okay if there's a little gap. We can put like a little path between there, but and then as we start to go in, oh, and we unlock the condos. Okay, and another thing I wanted to mention, because we did unlock another building as well. So this other buildings. I did unlock the square center, and I did place it down. I placed it. Yeah, I placed it right here. As the square center. Okay, so as we unlock more things, we can place them down. But and I think that might be actually a good way to start this area and recognize it as nice area is building these condos. So I think we could just I usually like to intersperse them with the building, so let's just actually like place them right on top of there, and that looks pretty good. All right, and I really want to like get, so the most important thing is getting all the way up to the low rent housing, because we have a significant demand for that. So I think if we can just get some of those filled in, we should be able to. Oh, and we unlocked Rubik apartments too. We're unlocking everything. All right. This one I definitely want to give it its own spot, because I think it's just maybe just a little more special, but it's definitely going to be in this area. And you know, I guess it's worth mentioning, I'll probably be working on this area as we go. But okay, so that's at least what I wanted to set up here. And then I did want to set up some commercial zones, mainly this lower density. I think this is the size of building I want. Okay, and if I just place a couple of these size of buildings around, I think this will be good enough, and maybe a couple more. It fills in properly, please. Okay, and then we can also just place some regular commercial as well. That should do. We'll also place some, like, you know, as this area gets more developed, we'll place some more commercial probably around here as well. And I don't want to set up a bus service quite yet, obviously, because I don't think this area is going to quite need it yet. But we do at least want to set this up as a district, so let's just bring this district tool all the way out here. And okay, so I could take out a loan to buy the rest of the tiles we need, but I don't want to. I want to make it like a habit of not taking out loans unless we need it, and I didn't even realize that we are now losing money. So option, increase taxes. Okay, now we're making money. Okay, good. And as you know, as we increase the number of people living in this area, I think we'll probably be okay. Okay, I'm sure a lot of you watch City Planner Plays too. And I think he made a lot of good points. I think it was today, about Cities Skylines 2, and I don't know what I was gonna call this. Oh, we're gonna call this the city of Wolffox. He made a lot of good points today about the state of the game and recommendations for whether or not you should get it or not. And I want to say I agree with a lot of his points. Or I think I agree with all of his points actually. But cities I guess to say at this point, I think Cities Skylines 2 is I am excited for the future. I think I always have been. I don't think anyone would debate that at its bones. I don't know why I'm zoning this. Don't do that. I don't think anyone would argue at this point that at its core, Cities Skylines 2 I think is a superior game to Cities Skylines 1. And it at the same time suffers from so many critical issues that it doesn't feel like it's, you know, like that's the main issue for a lot of people, I feel like, right? And at least it was for me for a little bit, where it felt like Cities Skylines 2 was a lot of steps forward in the right direction, but it wasn't enough. And there's some steps backwards, and you know, okay, so this is where we're gonna start having some high rises. I'm just gonna place one right away because I think we really need some greater density. I know this is like the worst way to build a city, but it'll be okay. We don't want to let it be too grid-like though, because the thing I want to avoid is making too much of a grid city. So at some point, I think we will allow the roads just to be a little bit longer. So like we have over here, with these huge amount of row houses. Like I love this. I love the row houses, and you know, and hopefully at some point we'll be able to add some office buildings out here because that'll really contribute to the density. But I think the city is going to be mostly contained to this portion, and what I want to do over here is make it like a kind of more of a high wealth neighborhood area. I really, as much as I want to build a huge city, I think that this will give us what we need. And as in like this area will be super dense. This will be like all high density residential and offices. Well, once we, you know, are able to, well, there'll probably be some offices down here. And since this is near the coast, I think we'll be okay with that. And I think it's important to check, it's important to check, but we won't be able to give any coverage out here so we're gonna need some, we really need some elementary capacity. I've needed elementary capacity for a while apparently. Okay. That's odd because I thought it was good for a little bit, but I guess I might have to actually take out some loans. Anyway, okay, let's keep checking on okay. Before I get too far ahead of myself, I want to make sure I save enough room for a central park. And we're gonna, so that's the thing we're gonna actually, let's do that right now. Let's spend our time to decorate this. So let's make sure we clear all these trees. Oh, we want to make sure they don't match. We're gonna clear all these trees so we have a blank slate. And the first thing I like to think about, of course, is the entry to the park. So it's not gonna be off this main road. It's gonna be off this road. And if I can center this, that would be great, but I don't think I'm gonna be able to. Okay, I think that, okay, okay, this will work. This will work. And if we can be able to sneak a little small park in here, the small plaza. And oh, it's just okay. If I just expand this out one, I think I'll be able to fit it in. I hope. And this will serve as like, you know, our main like area. Yeah, okay. Yeah, I didn't make it big enough in both directions. And I hate how it like auto connects to it and makes those weird junctions. Okay. Should be able to fit now. Okay. This is going to be our main like centerpiece, the small plaza. And okay, so something I wanted to mention too with decorating the area is I have occasionally gone a while and placed little small ornaments like the small stages and like some of the kiosks around. And I'm gonna probably continue to do that, sprinkling it around the city. But anyway, let's actually get this park built up. So let's place our parking lots. I think that's always important. This is gonna be a pretty big area, so I think we want to make sure we have a good amount of parking lots and center them. Always preferable, but it doesn't look like we're gonna be able to, so we'll just do this. Hopefully be able to line it up in a 90-degree angle. Perfect. Okay. Well, I guess not super perfect, but I'll fix that later. Anyway, let's start making some pads and getting this area looking snazzy. Bring this out right here, and because I really like the winding paths. I think they just make it look like a more of a natural park. Sure, you didn't need me to tell it though. I can't think of anything to say, honestly. Whenever I make these videos, I sound so dumb. And it sucks because I'm so great at talking to myself. I think I just overthink everything. If I just spend less time thinking about what I'm saying when I make these videos, then it would be easier to make them, because sometimes it takes me like 4 takes to make an intro, and that's why I try to, that's why I like these videos, because for the most part I can't, I can't do that. I can't just make multiple takes. I can, once I start building, I can only do so much. But anyway, I want to make sure I get some of these important things out here. Like, I think if you were living in a downtown area, a skate park is probably fair game to be seen. I'm not sure, but I feel like it's an appropriate thing to have over here. And I think also the most important thing to have is if I can find it, is a dog park. So we'll have a dog park, and I've really been liking decorating with boulders, so I think we're gonna do that as well. I just kind of like to haphazardly place them around, so I think we'll pick a spot and just kind of pick a bunch of random boulders, and I'm feeling like maybe a tree right here. Gotta pick the right age, and I think that looks good. Okay, and then we can choose like a bunch of, yeah, I think of, okay, so a bunch of flower bushes here. I've been trying to get more into detailing. It's not something I would admit to saying that I spend a lot of time doing, but I mean, I've been trying to get into it, and I do really like it. So sorry for throwing shade at everyone who does do it, but okay, so we're gonna still, spray tool all these trees and haul it pretty much there. I do like to do this because once this area becomes super metropolitan, like, these haphazardly placed trees will be the most foresty looking thing around, so it'll look pretty good. But anyway, I think this is going to cover just the start of our new downtown area. Thank you so much for watching. Next time, we'll actually be having some major historical events. This has been an intermission. We'll have a few more intermissions in the future, but thank you so much for watching. I will see you next month.